It's time for another edition of Am I Valid? If you're unfamiliar, Am I Valid is just my version of show and tell, where I show off my comic books, my vinyls, the stuff that I've been collecting recently, so I can show it off on stream and get it as a text right off when I upload it to YouTube. I got some more books. I was supposed to show them off yesterday, but I just forgot, and I was like, oh, I promise I'll show them off today. This is a mix of stuff. This is a mix of stuff that I bought last week, as well as some stuff for like just my collection for my art wall. Because for those who haven't seen me do this, my goal for one day when I have a house, I'm collecting art. And when I build my man cave, the whole wall is going to be filled with nothing but black excellence. Comic books, but nothing but black characters. First appearances, key issues, just cover art that I like in general, classic type shit. So here's what I got. We're going to start off with a paper trade back. Last week, if you like Avatar, a new book came out. This was an impulse buy. I didn't know when it came out, but I saw it on the shelf and I copped it because Avatar, for those unfamiliar, is my favorite cartoon of all time, the greatest cartoon. Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Lost Adventures, Team Avatar Tales. So it's more, it's a pretty thick book too. It's a book that gives more context of stuff in the show, like just like kind of Lost Tales or whatever, kind of some in-between stuff. So if you like Avatar, this is a book that is available. Published by Dark Horse. That's valid. Let me know. I haven't read any of this. I'm saving it because I'm taking a flight soon, so I'm gonna bring it with me and probably read it on the plane. So this is just going on the shelf for now. I need it. It's called The Lost Adventures. Look it up.
If you're a person of Trump,
I see you tweeted. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna show off is the stuff that's going on the art wall. This isn't stuff that I'm reading. It's just stuff for the Black Excellence collection. First thing I got for y'all is this is Black Panther number 15, the lead up to the Civil War. This is the story arc where Storm and Black Panther get married. I just needed this cover for the wall because this cover's fire. Just black love, black excellence. I had to get it for I'm not reading this shit. I just wanted to keep it. Plus, I already know the story. I need that. Yeah, so I copped that one for the collection for the art wall. We're going to start off light, and it's going to get heavier for the collection stuff. Next one I got for y'all is I found a good copy of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur #1. This is a newer character. I've read one book with her in there. I like the character. But Black Genius, one of the smartest characters in Marvel. Issue #1, collectible. This book right here, graded, goes for like $150. So I got a nice raw copy. I might get it graded. Nothing too crazy. That one's worth a little bit. The show is funny. Yeah, she has a show on Disney Plus, I believe. Yeah. Next one I got for you is this is wait. Let me put my fucking beat. My beat ain't on. It's fucking too damn quiet, bro. There we go. Boom. All right, let me bring up the chat. Next one I got for you is Iron Fist, issue number 21. This is the first appearance of Misty Knight. Let me know. Am I valid, chat? Am I valid? The unfortunate thing about this cover is Misty Knight is not on the cover, but this is the first time that she appears in the book. So that's why I bought some more Misty Knight covers. So what I'm gonna do,
every bit of the Master Emerald.
Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably, for the ones where they don't appear on the cover, I'm gonna put like Misty Knight. I'm gonna put this in the middle and then like my other Misty Knight covers like to the side to remind myself this is the first appearance of Misty Knight. So that's a classic right there. Really good condition. Y'all like this one right here. So this is not his first appearance. I got that one too. Super valid. This is not his first appearance, but this is one of his more valuable books. The first appearance is it's a big boy book. I got to save up for that one. But this is issue #1 of his first solo series, Blade. And what's cool is the sword is shiny. This one's like in mint condition. I don't know how the fuck I found this shit. But this is issue #1 of Blade the Vampire Hunter. The man, Stan Lee said himself, saved Marvel Studios. Come on now, talk to me. We had to get that Blade. Fun fact, Blade's first appearance, I learned, was in a Dracula book. And that book is expensive. I think it's like 500 to like 1,000. I was like too rich for my blood right now, but eventually I'll get it. He's on the cover too, but that's his first solo series. And then this is my heaviest hitter I got for y'all for the week, probably. Y'all thought the Blade was good, but we talking black characters. I had to get the first full cover appearance of Cyborg, in the new Teen Titans. This is actually the first cover with the new Titans. This is the classic Titans from the cartoon in the early 2000s. Griff knew it too. You can see it. Now, fun fact, this is not the first appearance of Cyborg. It was actually in a Superman comic book, but it's in the back of the book. It was like a preview for this. It was previewing this issue, but this is technically his first full appearance on the cover. So I had to get the new Teen Titans. This is a classic. I think this is from like 79, 80, something like that. Really good condition too. Really good condition. I got some more Teen Titans stuff coming too, but that's what I got for the classic stuff for that. That's for the art collection. Now we're going to talk about what I read, what came out last week. This is the new stuff. And we're going to start with a book I didn't read. Mainly because I just didn't have the time. I think this is the only one of the two books I read, but there's a new series out. It's a Spawn series. Black woman too. It's called Blood Letter. There's a spinoff series from the Spawn universe. The only thing I know about this book, because I haven't read this one yet, is she's a character that knew Spawn before he became Spawn, and she's got beef with him. So it explores this character. Now, I don't got Blue Marvel yet. Blue Marvel's expensive. I looked it up. Like Blue Marvel #1 goes for like 500 to like 1,000 too. Because Blue Marvel #1, I read they only did 15,000 printings. So it's a very limited run. It's hard to find. It's expensive. But yeah, this is a new character in the Spawn universe that has a relationship with Spawn. I'm gonna get around to reading this one, but I haven't yet. It's a #1 if you want to collect it. Bruh, do you do reading in these in one sitting? A lot of times I do. I can retain a lot of the information. The next one I got, this is issue #2 of Exquisite Corpses from Image Comics. It's a variant cover, 1 in 25. This was an impulse buy. I wasn't even gonna buy this, but I like the cover. This is the dude who died in the first issue. I read this one. If you don't know what Exquisite Corpses is, it's a new series from the same people who publish Invincible. In this universe, you find out that there are 13 families that run the United States that date back to the 13 original colonies. They're billionaire families. So basically the president, Congress, they're all lame ducks. And every 4 years during the election, they have a contest where they hire assassins, and whoever's assassin wins, that family gets to run the country. Really good. Issue 2 came out. Issue 2 is really good too. Issue 1, that was hard to follow, but this one's really good too. He said, don't spoil issue #2. I wasn't. It's good. I was just telling you I read it though. It's good. I definitely would pick it up. So like real life, allegedly. Allegedly. The next two I did not read, so I might as well just show them both off. Fuck it. No, I can't. The Ultimates 3.0. The reason I did not read this one is because this is chapter 13 that released last week, and there are 13 issues out. So I'm going to catch up. I'm going to read this. I bought this one because according to my app, this is the first appearance of the Ultimates 3.0 lineup. So it's a key issue. But I got to catch up on this one because I'm backlogged on this one. It's 13 issues. You said, wait, what's it called? It's called Exquisite Corpses, the last one. But I am going to get around to reading that one. This one I'm not reading. I bought it as a collectible. First appearance of Omega Ultron. Ultron got a new form. West Coast Avengers #8. I ain't reading this shit. I just got it because Ultron got a new form. The name of the app is called Key Collector. Those two I ain't read. That's just a collectible. We banking on that. All right, these ones I did though. Issue #2 of Battle Beasts. For those unaware, Invincible got its own spinoff series, starring Battle Beasts. The gist of the story is basically he feels like he's the strongest in the universe. He's ready to die. He wants a fight where it kills him, basically. It's like somebody worthy of fighting that eventually kills him. There's more to it, and there's some really funny stuff in this, but this is one of the best books out. Issue #2 continues it. It's fucking fire. It takes place, if you watched Invincible, this book literally starts off it was like middle of season 1, I think, when Battle Beast first appears. He beats everybody's ass, including Mark, and then he goes back into that portal. This book literally picks up where it tells you what happens when he goes into that portal. That's what this story is about. So if you like Invincible, there's no way you will not like this book. It's fucking fire. That's issue #2. Valid sweep, valid type shit. I believe it's a curse, isn't it? Like he can't stop fighting. No, it's not a curse. He just feels like I guess it's like he has an insatiable hunger to fight, I guess, but it's not like a straight up curse. Next one I got, this one's called Bring on the Bad Guys, the Doom edition. So this is a new series. It's going to be 7 issues. This is the first one. The name of the series is Bring on the Bad Guys. And this one focuses on Dr. Doom. So each is like, it's a story from the past, giving more context to the character. And it has some stuff setting up involving Mephisto, so it gives you more context of the origin story of Doctor Doom. The next one is either the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin or something like that. It was pretty good. It was like a 7.5. If you like Doctor Doom and you want more context on his character, this one was pretty good. Do you pay for the key collector or you use the free version? I use the free version. It updates every Sunday. Just check like Tuesdays. I use the free version though. Next one, Godzilla vs. the Avengers. Right now, for those unaware, Godzilla's on a tour. He's fighting everybody in the Marvel universe. And in the latest issue that dropped last week, he fights the Avengers. I'm not going to lie, this is probably going to be the last verses. Unless he fights the whole Marvel universe, this might be the last verses I buy. I bought like the last 3 or 4 versus the Fantastic Four versus the Hulk and then somebody else. Oh, the X-Men. It's mid. It's like 6 out of 10. Like, the fights don't have any weight. The plot doesn't have any weight to it. It's just like, I kind of feel like they made these books because they knew it would sell because of the titles, but the actual plot is not very good. And the fights are not good either. I wouldn't recommend this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The giant size stuff too. Yeah, I'm done buying the giant size stuff too. I'm good off that. I'm trying to find places I can save money. Honestly, the Godzilla comics have been lacking for me. Yeah, that's why I said I think I'm done with it just to save money. I'm done buying it. The next comic book that came out is, and this is right in the line if you want to get into Superman, Krypto, the last dog of Krypton. So they're updating the origin story of Krypto, which is Superman's dog, right in time for the Superman movie. It gives you more context on how Krypto got to Earth, what's his story. We even learned that he was the pet of, I mean, maybe this was known knowledge. I'm not a Superman fan, so I didn't know this. But Lex Luthor owned him at some point. It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. They did this nigga dirty. I'm going to keep reading this one. They did him dirty. I would recommend it. I like it. I fuck with Krypto. I like it. It's more of like a kid's read, but it's still good. But the Predator, on the other hand, is fire. Facts. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the most part. The next one that came out, this is a number 1. This is a new series that came out last week. It's called Emma Frost, the White Queen. I read this one. I give it a 7.5. It's good, but what I'll say about this book is definitely for people who are big fans of Emma Frost, the Snow Bunny Queen. So what this is about is this takes place back when she was still a villain. For those unaware, originally Emma Frost was a villain that used to get into it with the X-Men when she was part of I forgot the name of it. The Illuminati group she was a part of. It takes place during that era. Somebody betrays her in the group, and the X-Men appear in this book. The Hellfire Club. Yeah, it takes place when she's in part of the Hellfire Club, which was like an Illuminati group, and somebody in the group betrays her, basically. That's kind of the gist of the story without spoiling too much. There's a good X-Men appearance in here. So if you want more context behind this character, I think the problem with this book, though, is you got to be a big X-Men fan, and you got to be a real big Emma Frost Queen fan. I had to ask Perplexity about her backstory because I didn't really know about it. I was able to follow it for the most part, but it was okay. I think this is more if you're a fan of her. It's good, but like if you're on a budget, find it allegedly. But it's good so far. I like the way the book ended. It left on a cliffhanger. I liked it. Dr. Umar, I apologize. All right, this is a book that's surprising me. I've never been a big Superman fan, but I said it. I'm caught up on Absolute Superman. I like it. And now I'm also reading the other Superman run. It's called Superman Unlimited. This is issue number 2 that came out this past week. I'm fucking with this shit too. I think I'm a Superman fan now. The reason this is they're saying if you've never read Superman, Superman Unlimited is a classic Superman. Superman Unlimited is a good jumping on point. So that's why I gave it a chance. This shit is pretty fire. I talked about it yesterday without spoiling too much. Something happens where an abundance of kryptonite is placed on Earth, and it's placed in a Central American country, so a Latin American country, and it turns a third world country into a first one overnight because they have the most kryptonite on Earth. It's kind of like vibranium in Wakanda. So this creates a new problem for Superman. Superman now has, so what they're doing is not only do they have a bunch of kryptonite, they're now selling it on the black market to make themselves rich. And now Superman he's struggling to fight even basic street thugs and shit like that. It's kind of solving my problem that I've had with Superman, where like I feel like he's overpowered. Now everybody can beat his ass. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, shit's crazy. I'm gonna stick with this one. I'm like it. That's one of my favorite books I'm reading right now. And he gets a new power as well, but I don't want to spoil it. All right, the next 2 are the biggest surprises of the week. So Jeff got his first original solo series, and it's called Jeff the Land Shark #1. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this with no expectations. I bought it just as a collectible. Let me get the Jeff #1. This is his first book where he's headlining, and I gotta say, I actually really like this book. It made me realize I don't like Jeff. I don't like Jeff in Marvel Rivals because Jeff players are ass. But Jeff, the character in the book, this book is a kid's book, but it's actually legit funny. I caught myself like I can hear the characters in my head. The gist of the story, without spoiling it too much, is Jeff is an asshole. Doctor Strange is not home, so he breaks into the Sanctum Sanctorum, just starts tearing up the house, and he unleashes a dark version of himself. So there's a new character in here. This is a key issue. Not only is it a #1 that makes it a key issue, but it introduces Shadow Jeff. And Shadow Jeff is going around town ruining his ruining his reputation. So he's trying to find Shadow Jeff and stop him, basically. But it's the dialogue is legit funny in this shit. This nigga's a dickhead. I like dickhead ass characters. I would actually legitimately, he's a dickhead in canon. Yes, I would actually recommend reading this. It's actually fucking funny. And there's some guest appearances from other Marvel characters and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep reading Jeff the Land Shark. I fuck with it. It is a kid's book, but like it's a good kid's book, I would say. Ink Mario from Sunshine. You're right. Yes, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. But there's some legit funny shit in here, bro, that I caught myself laughing at. I'm gonna cop this then. I never thought Jeff would be ass. I didn't think I would like it, but I was like, I'll keep reading it. And then the biggest surprise of the week, I'm not gonna lie. I think somebody in the chat told me about this book to read it, but I hadn't seen it on the shelf. Issue #4 came out this past week. This might be the favorite book that I've read since I started reading comic books. And I only bought this book off of impulse because the app told me it's a key issue. It introduces a new character, the Alien King. That's the reason it's a key issue. But because it was only this is only the 4th issue, I decided to go back and read all 4 issues. And this shit right here, nigga, is fucking gas. Alien versus the Avengers. I need this animated. If there's one book you want a recommendation on to read, and it's a quick read, it's only 4 chapters out right now, and I think there's only going to be 5. Read this book, Aliens versus. I had no expectations for this shit. This shit is gas, bro. The fucking intergalactic empire of Wakanda, the aliens. First of all, let me ask y'all a question. I've never really watched aliens like that. Are aliens like that? These niggas ravage Earth. The Avengers are the last one standing. Miles Morales gets a new suit, gets new powers. One of my favorite things about this book is it's the black people saving the day. Miles Morales gets a power up. The Black Panther, the intergalactic empire going stupid. Yes, they are. They're a big problem. Yeah, the twist at the end. Everything about this book is amazing. The art, the pacing, the dialogue. This needs to be animated. I promise you. And then because I want y'all to read it and I don't want to spoil it, I told you there's a new character in here named the King of the Aliens. It's not what you think. And all I'm gonna say is if you love the X-Men, you're gonna love this book, bruh. This shit is fucking gas. This needs to be like, turn it into like a straight to DVD or straight to Disney Plus movie. Make it an hour and a half, 2-hour movie. And I seen somebody make a TikTok about this shit. He said the thing that he doesn't like about comic books is he was saying that like they need to take a page out of manga's book. If a manga's good, they animate it. DC and Marvel need to start doing the same thing. Everything doesn't need to be a live action movie. I would subscribe to Disney Plus. If certain books are selling well or they're reviewing well, just start animating the shit and put it on Disney Plus. I would subscribe in a heartbeat, bruh. This needs to be fucking animated. I can't stress it enough. Read this one. If anything you learn from this, Avengers versus Aliens, it's fucking fire, bruh. I promise you. It's a really good book. But keep that shit animated. Yeah, and like most of it would benefit from being animated. But if you got a story run that's hitting, like the Absolute Universe, you don't got to do live action with that. When it's done, just animate the shit, bruh. It's about time for a new Justice League, bruh. I miss Justice League Unlimited and all that shit. Just downloaded the EPUB. Allegedly. It's better than making random movies we don't want to watch. Pretty much. You not lying, dead ass. Yeah, like after I read this book, I was like, I had to put it down. I said, who the fuck read this? Who wrote this shit? And I was like, I learned Jonathan Hickman's name now. People say he's one of the best writers in comic books. I was like, I fuck with Jonathan Hickman, bro. But anyways, that has been this edition of Am I Valid? Hopefully y'all enjoyed the recommendations. I'm a little slower with the updates on what I'm reading, but it's because like before I was just kind of showing it off. Now I'm making sure I read everything, so at least you know what I think if you want reading recommendations. Hickman goated. He wrote the 2015 Secret Wars. Yeah, see, now I got to go back. Now I got to go back and read some of his other stuff too. But like, I didn't know. I learned from that book because I'm not super into aliens. I didn't know the aliens were that fucking dangerous. They was like that. I was like, God damn, bro. But I love it. Good shit. All right, let's get on the game, man. Just for a little bit. Let's see. Xbox. Hickman is the GOAT, Black Panther writer. Nobody knows Wakanda better than him. Yeah, bro. The intergalactic empire of Wakanda. That shit is fucking fire, bro. We need the first appearance of Black Panther out of you. Yeah, I'm gonna get that book, but that one's expensive. That's a big boy book. That's gonna be a few thousand. I don't got that type of money, not right now. What I decided to do is I decided to focus on getting all the cheap books first, and then I can work my way to the more of the expensive stuff. But right now I'm just trying to get all the cheap shit out of the way. He wrote the Imperials joint you copped not too long ago. Oh, my dumbass didn't read the cover then. I didn't know that. Yeah, I like Imperials too. Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep up with Jonathan Hickman then. Let me switch it over here. Yeah, he's a good writer. All right, let me go use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna play this shit.